What's up guys, Hope Mukunte, Hope TV. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why the amazing DJI Mini 2 doesn't have obstacle avoidance sensors at the front, on the sides, and at the back. And I'll also show you how you can fly this amazing little drone minus crashing it into obstacles. And at the end of this video, I'll show you the most important thing that you as a first-time flyer can do when flying the DJI Mini 2. Let's go. So, the reason why the DJI Mini 2 doesn't have obstacle avoidance sensors at the front, at the back, and on the sides is because DJI was trying to keep the weight of this amazing little drone below 250 grams. Now, here's why that is the case. Now, in most countries, any drone that is above 250 grams is subject to registration, and the pilot is supposed to go training, and also the owner of the drone has to pay an exorbitant amount of money, just for them to get the license. Now this is crazy. So DJI came up with a solution, for small creators who want to take aerial footage by creating this little drone that is below 250 grams. What that means for this drone is that if you are to fly the DJI Mini 2 anywhere in the world, or at least in most parts of the world, you don't need to have it registered and you don't need to be a licensed drone pilot. So the most important thing you can do is just be aware of your surroundings and obey the laid down regulations in that country where you are. So DJI had to sacrifice the sensors at the front, at the back, and on the sides in order for this drone to be below the 250 gram threshold for most commercial drones in the world. But the fact that this little amazing drone doesn't have sensors all around it doesn't mean it doesn't have any sensors at all. So for instance, if you look at the back of this drone, you have those two tiny black things there. Those are the sensors it uses to take off and to land. So there are two ways that you can fly this drone safely. Now, the number one way that you can make sure you don't crash into any obstacles is once you take the drone up, you maintain a sight of line where you can see where the drone is flying. That way you can clearly see the obstacles as they come, and then you can avoid them. The second way to do this, if you're going to fly the drone far away where you can see it, is when you take the drone up, to rotate it 360 so that the camera can see the surroundings properly from the front, from the sides, and from the back, just so you are aware of the surroundings and of any obstacles. Of course, naturally, you're supposed to fly this drone at least 100 meters in the sky. That's the highest that you can go without breaking any aviation regulations. So in some countries, it's actually 120 meters, and that is the height that you are given before you break any aviation regulations. Now, here is the most important part of this video. So when you go to the DJI app on your phone, when you connect the drone, there's a part where you can set the return home altitude. What that simply means is that the drone has to be at a certain height before it lands. So in case you can't see the drone, you can set the return altitude to be above the highest obstacle that you can see, whether be it buildings or trees. This is very important because sometimes you may run out of battery, and if you have set return to home as your landing option, the drone will fly back at that height that you've set, be it 100 meters or 70 meters, and once it gets where it took off from, the drone is going to land from that height and land at that area where there are no obstacles. So the most important thing that you need to do as a first-time flyer is to set the return home height above the highest obstacle that you can see. Hope Mukunte, Hope TV, thanks for watching.